uh, busy day here in the weather department just because we've been doing our staff. We've had several staff meetings today. It's not a bad thing. Essentially, it's just kind of making sure that the entire staff is ready for hurricane season. And let me just say this. We're chatting about it because it's important. Is your family ready for hurricane season? And I'm I'm wearing the jacket because we also had a station like pre-summer barbecue, and it was originally supposed to be outside, but because of weather we had to bring it inside. And for whatever reason, that studio is like 0 degrees. It is so flipping cold. And yeah, I definitely had to. I'm still not warmed up. So anyway, I'm just gonna pop on here for a couple of seconds because I've got to get back up to that meeting. Tony's kind of talking about the hurricane season as a whole, like what makes up tropical stuff, what's the tropics, for anybody that's new to town. And then I'm doing the long range hurricane forecast. But I wanted to pop down here just briefly to illustrate our overall weather setup because there's a storm system out in the Gulf of Mexico, invigorating and has been showers and thunder showers across central Florida. So, as you'd imagine, our evening planner includes plenty of showers and thunder showers. 7 o'clock dinner time, still including the rainfall, still including wet conditions around town, lingering through 8, 9 o'clock, and then by 10, 11, 12 o'clock, little bit by little bit, we'll be able to clear this out. So what about the timing of this rainfall, right? When can it finally clear out of your neighborhood? Let me dial up our Futurecast model and get an idea so that you can plan. As mentioned, it's going to be a sluggish kind of clear out. For example, let me just say this is 7 o'clock tonight. And interestingly enough, Futurecast is pushing most of the stormiest stuff south and west of town and then little by little clearing out. This is the most recent run of Futurecast, but if I'm honest with you, I would say I think it's underdoing it just a little bit. I think that we're still going to be talking about more rains. Let me just switch over to our rapid refresh Futurecast. Yeah, like 4 o'clock. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. Still rains around through 7 o'clock and then kind of fading out. But notice that the rapid refresh Futurecast looks completely different than our regular Futurecast. So if that tells you anything, it's it's essentially just that the models are struggling a little bit with this weather, and that's okay. It happens. That's why you got me. That's why we're hanging out together to talk tropics and talk weather. Here's a look at Futurecast overall for us, looking at our Wednesday. All right, showers, thunder showers. We know it's wet. That's going to continue for us. That area of low pressure kind of crossing the peninsula as it moves off to the east. Tomorrow, staying showery and thunderstormy. And then as this storm system starts to lift to the north, we're going to start to see more improvements in our weather. But going into this weekend, there may be some inclement weather moving into other places, such as the Carolinas. And so for that, let me dial up, of course, you want me to log in. Of course, I didn't do this earlier. All right, let me dial up some raw model data. Pressure, normalized anomaly. Okay. All right, let's take a look at this. This, of course, is one of the ways, this is what we use to track the tropics. And if you're new to our Coffee Talk broadcasts, then certainly this is going to be something you've never seen before. This is normalized anomaly. So think of this as a way to just kind of take a look to see what's going on in pressures, and nothing there, but just lowered pressure. That much we know. But right there, you see off the coast of the Carolinas, 1,004, 1,002, 1,001, 1,000 millibar low, right? All right, so right there, that's 12Z Saturday. So that's about, 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning, right? Yeah. Now, that's a lowered area of pressure. It's deepening. It's not a hurricane. Okay, so that's good news, but you can very clearly see, I'm just kind of trying to look and see if there's any other view that may give us a little bit of a better, just trying to find, I don't know, U.S. states, because if I do like South Carolina, like Georgia, Yeah, no, I'm just. Is there like a South Carolina view? Okay, so maybe that view is a little bit better. Let me bring it full screen, and then let me switch it from temperatures over to wind gusts. Wind gust swath. So this is just kind of looking at peak winds. But if you look there in the bottom corner, I mean, you're talking about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts at coastal Carolina, right? My concern, if I'm honest with you, is that whether or not this thing ends up being tropical in nature, our friends in the Carolinas are going to be getting something of an area of low pressure, something of a storm system. So if you've got friends or family there, I would just say, let me show it to you another way here. Let's go to models. Let's go to GFS. 12Z, this is the most current run. Why don't I just do it this way? Sometimes my brain hurts. All right, so let's do this. Let's zoom it in a little bit. All right, so Charleston, we'll go in a little bit more, and let's just kind of look. This is the American GFS. Slow it down. All right, Myrtle Beach. Let me turn on more labels here. Bear with me. More, go. All right, I'll turn on less labels. All right, Myrtle Beach. We don't need Monk's Corner or whatever that is. All right, so there you go. All right. So just watch how through like Thursday afternoon, we're offshore getting 35-mile-per-hour winds. But as that storm system approaches, you're starting to push that in, and you're getting into, at some cases here, Friday night into Saturday morning. You're talking about, winds, right? Like that's winds in that orange shade. You're talking about tropical storm force wind gusts at the beach. So is it tropical storm in nature? That's one of the kind of conversations that the National Hurricane Center is having. Like, is it going to be a tropical storm? Is it not going to be a tropical storm? I think that that's semantics. I think either way, I hope that our friends in the Carolinas are at least dialing up for something. That's the way I look at it. So I hope that that's the case. I hope that they're preparing for something of a coastal storm system. Because like it or not, that's kind of what's going to be happening, so whether or not it develops or not, it's just a good reminder that hurricane season is right around the corner. Right now, all the inclement weather is over the Florida Peninsula, right? But there is a 10% chance of development, and the Hurricane Center keeps saying it's not expected to become tropical. Could become subtropical, or it could just be an area of moisture. But either way, let's watch it. Okay, so that's the 2 o'clock tropical weather outlook from the National Hurricane Center. Okay, all right. That said, let's chat a little bit about our forecast, because we know we've got plenty of moisture in play. All right, Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast showing a huge switcheroo. Shower and thunderstorm activity widespread for tomorrow, widespread for Friday. But look at our Saturday, our Sunday. I know that icon needs to be updated. Hold on a second. Let me fix that real fast. The Memorial Day icon. Hold on. I need to move that over from Tuesday over to Monday. This is the stuff that we do that you just, you don't even realize that we do it. And that's fine. It's not for you to realize, but we do. But there's a lot of moisture around, obviously, the next couple of days. But heading into the weekend, and it is, by so many accounts, the unofficial start of summer, we're getting much drier. And then by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, still in subsidence. So we should still be nice and mostly dry. But by about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would imagine that those rain chances are starting to go back up. All right. Now, we've had plenty of flood advisories. We've had inches upon inches of rain in spots around Central Florida already today. I have a feeling we'll get more of that, even could see some stronger storms. Of course, we'll be monitoring the whole thing for you and updating you throughout the day. All right? All right, listen, stay dry today. Stay warm. Hang out. Listen, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I'll be posting as is needed. And, we'll see you tomorrow morning for Coffee Talk. Sound good? All right, be the sunshine in someone else's day. Take care, y'all. Bye.